Hey guys, and welcome back to IAmBeautifulHustler TV. Today I'll be showing you a lace install with a bob cut, and today's hair was provided by Reshine Hair. Now this is about a 14-inch straight lace front wig, and what I love the most about this wig, it does come like previously like blunt cut, but also I did not have to do any plucking for this wig at all. All I did was bleach the knots and start the actual installation, which saves a lot of time, so that's a big thumbs up for me. Now I am just going to go ahead and jump straight into installing this video. As you can see, this wig does come with elastic band already in the inside, as well as a few combs, but as I mentioned, I will go ahead and begin installing this wig, but I will install it with glue. If you don't want to, you can install it gluelessly as well, and it will be secure because of that elastic band in there. But of course, you will have to tack down, you know, the sides and everything like that. But jumping straight into this video, the first thing I'm going to do, which I usually don't do till after I glue it, so this is something, you know, like out of order for me. I am going to actually just go ahead and cut off the extra lace off the sides of this wig, and like I mentioned, I usually always do that step after I applied all the lace glue and everything like that, but just doing something out of the norm, I went ahead and cut that extra lace off first, and then I will actually start to glue the wig down. Now today I will be using the BOLDHOLD Active, and I am so happy that this lace glue is now in stock at this hair store near me. So I no longer have to order the glue and use the GHOSTBOND. I can just literally go in the store and pick that up. So thank you, Hair Diagram. Thank you, BOLDHOLD, for getting this in the stores, honey. So I will be using pretty much BOLDHOLD Active from now on. They also have the extreme cream in the hair store near me as well, so I was really happy, but I will just probably be back and forth in between the two of those. Now I am going to add about 4 layers of this BOLDHOLD Active just to make sure it gets a really tight hold. And then once this glue does dry clay, I'm just going to go ahead and begin to pull that lace down into that glue. Now when applying that lace glue, it is very important that you do follow the natural pattern of the person's hairline. That way when you are cutting off that extra lace, no matter if the wig appears to be too far down, if you put the glue where you need to be, and when it's time to cut off that extra lace, the lace still will be cut in the same shape of the person's hairline, and it will take away all the extra that is not needed. So right now it looks a little bit far down, but I'm actually going to part off all that hair that was not glued and cut it off using my scissors. But before I get into all of that, I will blow dry that lace completely, and also taking my rat tail comb, combing that lace back and downward just to make sure that lace glue melts with that lace really good. And as I mentioned, I will begin to cut off that extra lace, but I'm going to part off all of that I'm going to cut off behind the part that is being pulled down, because it's just unnecessary and too far down. And it is also not glued because I followed her natural hairline shape. So I'm just going to take my scissors and go in a zigzag motion and just cut off that extra lace all around, and then I will go back in with that BOLDHOLD Active and tack down any pieces that is still lifting, and then begin the second step of my meltdown process. So now I'm just going to part down that thin layer and then take that bed head and spray it all over the hairline, then secure that hairline with the Beautiful Hustler Melt Belt, which is now back in stock, so you guys can go ahead and place your orders and they will be shipped out ASAP. If you did place an order before I was sold, while I was sold out, I would definitely ship out ASAP as well. So yeah, go ahead guys and order your melt belts because it is ready to ship. But as I mentioned, I am going to go in with that bed head and then secure with that melt belt. And also now what I did is in the description box, I'm just going to paste every hair product that I use and most to all my videos. That way you guys can always see if you don't remember the name or what I told you in the video. I have everything. Even if I did not use it in this style particular, everything will be listed down below. Now, as I mentioned, I did not pluck this wig at all, so pretty much the naturalness of this wig and the hairline, that's just how the wig came. As you see, I went ahead and removed that melt belt, and I'm just combing out all of those hairs. I will not do baby hairs across the whole entire hairline because for this style, I will be creating a bang. So I'm only going to cut just the hairs that I will use for baby hairs. Other than that, everything else beyond the baby hair point is still the same length. I just have it combed in with the rest of the bob. Now I'm just going to go ahead and part the wig where I can, because as I mentioned, it is a regular lace front wig, so it's not like deep a parting space or anything like that. But this bob still came out nice, so you can do this on pretty much a lace front wig as well. If you don't, some people feel like with the lace front you have to wear a part down the middle, but no, I still do the side parts. It's all about just making things work. And as I mentioned, I'm only going to cut the baby hairs down. We'll cut the hairs down for where I will lay the baby hairs. So after I finish taking my SHEISBOMB wax stick and hot combing out those roots, I will chop that hair down to less than an inch, and then getting to the next step, which is actually cutting the bob. Now this bob is pretty much like a longer length blunt cut, but I did want to cut it shorter. I wanted it to be like a really short, like neck length bob, with the bang side just being maybe like an inch longer, not really of a major difference. So I did pretty much do like a blunt cut all around, but then when it got to the longer side, just left it just 1 inch longer than the norm. But for this cut, I am just using my scissors. I'm not going to use my razors this time, and just do like an even cut all around. I started my guideline here on the left side of her head and just followed that guideline all around. Once done cutting, I will go in with my CONAIR flat iron, and I will just begin to bump the bob, you know, pretty much not exactly layer by layer, but I just grab, you know, sections and bump it out and make sure there is no line creases in your bob. Now, the way to prevent getting those line creases, do not sit the flat iron in one spot for too long. That's what create those little lines and stuff like that. But if you do happen to get a line, you just want to quickly take your flat iron and just like run over the part that's lined, if you get what I'm trying to say, and just press it out like quickly, like never leaving it, hold it in one spot too long, because one, it can create a line or burn a hole or burn the hair off. Just quickly grab the hair and just slide it down. And when it gets to the end, I don't like do a hard bump. I just do like a slight light bump. I don't want it to be curled too hard, but you don't want it to be too flat either, because you do want to have a bob look. Now, if this was just a regular straight across, straight long blunt cut, then you can just flat iron it straight down. But for this bump, for this bob today, I did want like a nice little bump. So I'm just going to do that all around. Now for this bang, I didn't want to do a big heavy bang today. I just wanted like a little layers in it, but not too much, but still like a soft like normal, not over dramatic, not crazy layered, not like big bang today. So I am just going to cut just a few layers. And like I've never told you before, I am self-taught, so every technique that I have is just, you know, techniques that I taught myself. So I did start off by just taking all the hair I want to cut into a bang and just pulling everything forward and cutting it diagonally. And then I just picked up pieces of it and just cut the hair in layers as well, like kind of like short to long layers in a way. I just cut everything going diagonally, and I just take my flat iron and just bump everything backwards. And then once everything is bumped backwards, I do go in with my comb and just comb everything back, and, you know, combing it forward and just comb through it using like use like a wide tooth comb. You don't really want to use a rat tail comb. Use a comb that has like the big spaces in between. That way it helps like bring out the layers more as well. So I am going to just like play with this bang a little bit, comb it, push it forward, comb it back, push it forward. And as you can see, like the part that I cut for the actual baby hair, it stops right there, because I'm going to do one swoop going upwards and then just swoop the other side. Baby hairs is not necessary for the other side because you're not going to see it. So it would just be like a waste of process and product trying to put baby hairs somewhere that's not going to be seen. So I only put the baby hairs where it's going to show as far as this look here. But I do go in, go in and play with that bang a few times until I get a desired look. And then I will go ahead and begin to create the baby hairs. And once I do create the baby hairs, I will just like use the bed head styling spray to shape and mold everything where it needs to be. Now I am using that SHEISBOMB all-in-one hair gel, the Slick and Slay all-in-one hair gel, and I just create the baby hairs with this or the Got To Be gel. I like them both just the same. Little difference is the Slick and Slay gel does dry a little bit faster than the Got To Be. So I mean, I just use either one, really, honestly. Just whatever I grab, I just use it. And I'm just going to create those baby hairs and blow dry it and just do the finishing touches as far as black spraying and concealing the part. And then I will drop the finishing look. So I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. Let me know what you think about it. Any more requests, just go ahead and drop it down below per usual. And I just want to thank you guys in advance for tuning in to IAmBeautifulHustler TV. But if you are new and you are tuning in for the first time, just go ahead and click that subscribe button. We have at least or over 200 videos. So just take your time, binge watch, get your popcorn, nachos, whatever you need, and tune in because class is in session, honey. So yes, I hope you guys do enjoy this finishing look. And I will see you guys next time.